The new curriculum is something which is very strongly related to the existing Excellence programme, but also has new elements of collaboration and choice.
I think more and more we're seeing in the industry how important it is to create your own work, to be responsible for your own work, and to think as an autonomous creative. And I think what our new curriculum does is really embed that from the first moment on, that the student is responsible for their own learning, for their own artistry and their own creativity, and that prepares them really well for the work.
I think it has been a fantastic opportunity, and I am thrilled at what we're about to start rolling out.
When we're recruiting students, one of the main focuses is on the art of collaboration. But within the new curriculum, we've had the opportunity to actually have aligned moments where lots of different types of students from different disciplines can come together. One of the modules we've introduced is a film lab, and the film lab really is a place where we can have musicians, actors, designers, production students, filmmakers come together and produce new work. The work will have a filmic element or a media element, but won't necessarily be a short film, so that could be a really, really exciting place where new work can happen.
Can I have the chocolate, please?
I think that the root of what we do is collaborative, in that we're putting on a joint thing at the end. There is a product, there is a production, so we have to collaborate, and there's an element of interdepartmental respect that's really important. I think as part of the curriculum reform, what has now happened is that that's broadened out. It's not just I'm collaborating with an acting student by supporting their show or being their stage manager. It's the opportunity through things like the choice modules and through the kind of the playground week and the more kind of organic student-generated projects to be able to say, hi, I'm this and you're that, and we're in a room, and what could we come up with together? Those opportunities are going to be amazing. I'm really looking forward to some of the outcomes to those kind of things.
Everyone in Year 1 takes Gaelic and Scots language as compulsory. In Year 2, they can choose to continue either with Scots or Gaelic. And in the new curriculum, in addition to that, they will be able to add another module of their choosing that will be shared across the entire Conservatoire. So they might conceivably, for instance, choose a module that informs their core elements of their curriculum that could be shared with the Digital Film and Television Department, or the Jazz Department of the BMUS, or indeed the string quartet or orchestral aspects of the BMUS, or the contemporary performance practice, the more dramatic side of things, where they're actually working on stage with actors or directors or writers. So this would be a good way for students from a fairly early period in their studies to understand and get more experience in the diversity, the versatility that they need to develop as professional musicians, whether traditional or otherwise.
So in a very obvious sense, collaboration between the School of Music and the Modern Ballet programme had already been starting, but we had the advantage of taking all that experience and making it more formal in our new programme. The other things that we've been able to do through the new curriculum are formalised work with the design students, with the costume makers and the set designers, also digital film and television. So really in all the different areas of the curriculum, we've been able to integrate that into ballet. We hadn't quite anticipated how excited the students would be, so as part of the new curriculum, the students gave us lots of ideas that we've used, and hopefully we'll be able to bring through as the new curriculum rolls out.
And part of our job within the programme is to look at the employability of the student and to get them ready and prepare them for industry. So the student being an autonomous independent learner is vitally important, and the structure of the new programme has that very, very much at its centre. We have film history and television history and theory lessons that run alongside the content and the craft, and the idea now in the new delivery is that those will be contextually linked. So for example, you won't find yourself in a lecture theatre having a history class, you'll have a history class on a set. And I think that's a real change in how we're delivering the course, which should be very, very exciting for prospective students.
With technology, for us in particular, you can't learn every single lighting console. You need to be able to teach yourself when you graduate. So being self-motivated and being able to reflect on your own practice and know how to develop that practice to the best end for yourself is really, really important.
The new curriculum will certainly allow for a much more in-depth or critical look on the students' part on their own learning, and this will be supported by the new curriculum's focus on learning by doing and reflecting. So in the Scottish music curriculum, for instance, the students themselves are organising the tour. We're giving them a budget from the School of Music, and they are guided through the process of tour organisation, promotion, advertisement, marketing, all the various elements that go into that process. This is a catalyst then for their own learning of the wider endeavour of a professional traditional musician. This experience through their time in the Conservatoire will allow them to reflect on that properly and to make plans for themselves that we as staff can support.
Ballet dancers historically have often been taught how to dance really well, but haven't really thought very much about how they can do that themselves. So this has been a really good opportunity for us to integrate that into the programme. We've thought really carefully about how they can develop through the second year and third year, so that by the end of the third year of the programme, they are self-led, and then they're really prepared for the profession, so that if they go off into a professional ballet company, not only can they work at the right level practically, they can also keep themselves fit and healthy, and they know how to go off and audition and keep themselves working at the right standard to have a successful professional career.